The final stage of the weekend was exit meetings held with General Manager Alan Miller and Assistant General Manager Hockey Operations Rob McLaughlin.
Your fitness results are very good. There's quite a bit of improvement over a year ago in cardio and strength. Your 2 mile run and this run was a little bit longer than the one in the field house, and you improved by almost 20 seconds. So that's good, and so all those show a good commitment. I think Logan, we're very pleased with where you're at. We see you developing exactly how we thought you would in terms of, we think you're going to be 6 foot, 6'1", maybe grow another inch or an inch and a half. Good, solid, stay-at-home, steady defenseman. And that's not to say that, you won't develop, jump in offensively and those types of things, but I think the strengths of your game are you can defend and you're reliable and you're cognizant about keeping the puck out of your own net. And I think furthermore, wearing the C in Red Deer this past year was also a credit to your character and your leadership. Is it better to be in the WHL, maybe in and out of the lineup and, a 6th, 7th, 8th defenseman, or playing regular minutes in a good midget program? Guys like Kendall McFall, Joel Edmondson all went back at 16, played midget, did very well, and then came in at 17-year-olds and were very good players. So that's kind of the path we see you on. It doesn't take away, again, what your goals are this off season. Continue to train hockey specific. We Rob's and I are sick of hearing each other talk about it, but we want to make sure that you could see in our camp this is about skill, this is about speed, defenseman, and you have a good foundation in terms of your mobility, your core strength, feet speed. Continue to work on those things. It's not very few guys, probably an average of 1.5 players playing the league as a 16-year-old. But that's where we feel we got to make some tough decisions that's in the best interest of the young man. And Robert and I and the scouts and coaches will evaluate that. And a lot of it is based on who we have here and our depth and what kind of opportunity you would get as a 16-year-old. The WHL has a great rule that 16-year-olds have to play in 40 games. And it forces our hands to make sure we're developing our 16-year-olds. But at the same time, and the one thing, and Robert can speak better on this than I, but everything I know is that in all likelihood, there's a very, very good midget program. Mom's okay if we start to talk about getting him signed and activate his scholarship starting in the fall?
I really appreciate the talk of the development and stuff, not just slingshot him up to the top or in there. It's like take it step by step, and I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just want to say that I want to come in here next year as well and be one of the guys penciled in, and I just want to do what it takes, whatever it takes to play for this organization. I'm willing to like this summer was a big summer for me, and I knew what I needed to do, and I think I reduced my fat weight and stuff as well. And
yep.
And I just want to say I want to do whatever it takes to play in this organization. It's a great organization. I'm honored to be a part of it.
Every category went up. Every one. Sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, bench press. Bench press significant. 4 reps to 10. Your vertical leap up 3 points. Your broad jump up 2 points. Your med ball, your beep test, very good. Went from 12:03 to 13:04. That's very good. And then your run is excellent, 13:13 to 12:56. You're one of the guys under 13. So you had improvement and significant improvement from a year ago. You did the run a year ago, 16:21. You're down to 12:56. It's outstanding. Great job. Okay. The game is a speed game. You saw in the scrimmages that we got a lot of fast players.
Yeah.
You're one of those players. We want to play a high tempo, fast, skilled, competitive game here. Okay, and you fit the mold in all those areas. Maybe sometimes on the competitiveness a little bit over the edge, and we like that. Okay, and we liked a lot of things that we saw in the last couple of days. We think you're committed to being a hockey player. Like I said, we like the way you skate, we like the way you go to the net, we like the edge that you play with, and we think you're going to be a very difficult player to play against in the Western Hockey League when you're 18, 19 years old. But we do, in all likelihood, you come into camp, you're in good shape, you have a good first couple of days of camp. We're going to want to talk about getting you signed, activate your scholarship, get you, you get a year for playing in an exhibition game, get you in some games. If you go back to playing Red Deer Midgets or wherever, you're available to us to come up and down, just like Kirk Johnson did last year, and Spencer Morris and Braden Point and all those guys. And that's all good. And that's how we want to start to move forward with you being part of the organization. You did well, okay, and I think, and I'll let Robert speak here, but I think what we saw, Dallas, in terms of, we've got a year to work together here, and you're not going to play in the league as a 16-year-old. I think you understand that, but what we do see in you is some raw ability, some potential, okay, and it's going to be real interesting to see as you grow and develop. And you're a big lanky guy right now, and are you going to be 6'4", 6'5"? We like the raw ability that we see. It looks like you have good potential. We're going to be very interested in working with you for the next year and getting you through another camp, getting you through another spring camp, see how you develop. And a year from now, you might be knocking on the door and playing on the hockey club. But it's going to be, we're looking forward to working with you and seeing how the next 12 months go. There's no rush here. This isn't a sprint to get to the league. There's a development process. We've made a commitment. We like what we see. We made a commitment with you listing you. You're part of our 50-man list. That's not going to change. For some players, that is going to change after this camp. But Dallas, for you, it's not. We want to take the next 12 months to work with you and see where you are a year from now. Okay? All right? Perfect. Keep working hard. You did a good job. We're pleased. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Keep growing.
It was a wonderful weekend.
Great.
Hey,
Thank you.
I love
you
your
keep
city.
growing, you'll be signing a pro contract.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Riley.
What did Mom and Dad think?
We enjoyed it. No
We-
stress. We really enjoyed it.
I was just
It
telling my wife this morning, every time you go to a tournament, you kind of, Ethan, you better do your heart. Said nothing.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. It was fantastic, honestly. Right.
The good thing is everything we said coming in was, learn from the experience, gain from the experience. Don't put a ton of pressure on yourself, In reality, most of the 97s on average are 2 years away from playing with us.
Yeah.
We get to grow together, watch your development over another couple of training camps, another spring camp. Robert and our guys in Alberta, Ed Williamson and Dale Britton, and we'll be working with you. The bottom line is I know our scouting staff was very excited where we got you in the draft, Ethan. You came in here this weekend. We liked what we saw. We liked your skill level. We liked your speed. We really liked your speed. I think you saw, being around the game long enough, I think you saw that our team's being built around competitiveness, skill, and speed. We think you have a real good chance to fit in with our future. Your fitness results are very good. Some of the areas in your fitness are just going to be they'll get better as you get older and you get stronger and you grow. So you can't go into the gym and magically change things because you're a young guy that's just going to get bigger. So, but continue to work hard, continue to train hard, continue to train hockey specific. Goaltending, it's not about what you're going to bench press. It's your flexibility, your athleticism, your competitiveness, and we like all those things. So
Pitching arm.
pitching arm, better than pointer, better than pointer. Now, if you can take that to the next level and be better than pointer, we're gonna be real excited. You know what? Everything was great. Everything was exactly as advertised in terms of the decision we made in the draft. You had a great week. Everyone was very pleased. My coach was very impressed with the way you played, and things went real well. So we're happy. How about Zach and Mom and Dad? How about your first experience, and how'd you enjoy the weekend?
Well, I really liked it. I got the perspective of what it is to be a WHL and a Warrior, and there's always work to be done, but it just makes your goal that much easier to kind of know where you are and where you have to be.
Good. Mom and Dad, what'd you think?
Yeah, I think this organization's top notch. Chanel and I talked about it. We're very fortunate that Zach ended up here, and looking forward to the next 4 or 5 years, I guess. And,
Great.
from everyone we talked to, both inside the organization and outside the organization, starting at the top, it's top notch. And like I said, we're pleased at the way this has played out.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, as advertised, well, we didn't hear too much advertising. So we had kind of come up with some, actually there wasn't a whole lot of thought of Moose Jaw, but now that we're here, I have to tell you, it's like, and it's spread like wildfire. Everybody that we've talked to has all told us that it's top notch. And
Great.
So we feel like we kind of won a lottery. So that's good. Now it's to make you feel like you won a lottery.
Well, you know what? So, what'd you think?
I think it was good. Good weekend. I love it here.
Good?
Yeah.
Good. Mom and Dad, how was the experience?
Lots of fun.
fun.
Yeah, it was great.
It was awesome.
Certainly when we hear sort of experiences that other folks have had with other organizations, it doesn't compare to what they had this weekend. So it's awesome.
Nice to hear.
Really excited.
A lot of things are going to get better as you grow and you just get older and get stronger. So, we just ask the guys to continue to keep working hard. The thing is we've got a base here. We like what we saw. I know that Robert and his guys were, very excited to call your name where we got you. And the draft is the draft. It's over. And regardless of where people are drafted, you're on our list, and we're going to work together. We've got 2 years to work together. The reality is that most players come into the league at 17 years of age. It's a tough league to play in at 16, but guys have goals and they continue to work hard. But we like the way you competed. We like your skill level, your scoring. I think you have a chance to be a good player. Now we work together. That's the game. The game has changed, and long time ago, probably when your dad was watching games, we were watching games. The big guys could slow everybody down and clutch and grab, and the game stalled. Well, the game isn't stalled any longer because you're not allowed to do that, and that's why it's a speed game now, and that's why Rob and his guys have done a real good job. Emphasis on competitiveness, skill, and speed, and that was, those guys were moving yesterday. That was, for young guys, the 2 scrimmages yesterday were competitive, and it was fast, and it was skilled, and you certainly fit into, what we're trying to do here. So, it's all good. It's all good. We'll, Robert and the guys will see you at fall camp. Robert and the guys will be working with where you end up playing, and then we'll watch you play for the year, and 2 more camps from now, we'll continue talking.
Okay.
It's all good. We really liked what we saw. We're glad you had a great weekend.
Thank you.
Hey, bud. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Bryson, outstanding. You had a great camp. Finish results are unbelievable. I just have one question for you. Are you ready to move to Moose Jaw in September and be a Warrior?
Absolutely.
Attaboy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Rob.
Good job. We're making the commitment. That means you're going to be on the team this fall. As long as you don't show up to camp 240, but your fitness results are outstanding. We love your hockey IQ. We love your competitiveness. We love your character. We think you have a chance to be a very good player in the league. We've got some real good young players, and you've been very close to this point the last couple of camps, but we wanted to make sure that that this was the right thing for you and the team, and you've just gotten better and better and better. And the 2 best players in camp this week were you and Point.
Thank you.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah, by far.
Thanks.
So when you come here on the 22nd of August, you'll go into a billet. You'll start school at Vanier, and the only one there's an opportunity here for you. The only one that's gonna. Anyways, we know that's not going to happen. We know how hard you're going to work, but opportunity and ice time and what you earn is going to be up to you. But congratulations, we're excited about working with you.
It's a wonderful organization. You guys all seem to really pull together and I think have an awesome program.
Thank you.
Very grateful for the experience and for everything that you've done for us so far. We've had a great time, met some awesome people, both like all of your group and as well as all the many other parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what, the good thing is that the one part of your hockey life that there's not a lot of pressure on is the start with us, because you're a young guy. You're not even eligible to play for us for a year from now.
Yeah.
And in reality, when the time that you're really going to compete to come into the league is probably 2 years from now when you're 17 years old. So Robert and his team and Rod Huff in Manitoba, this is where we work together. You come back to training camp in the fall for a few days. We see where you're at. You come to another spring camp. So a year from now, we really start to key in on what you need to be doing and challenging you, maybe a little bit harder on you on things you need to do to have a chance to play down the road. So all we ask from our young guys is that they continue to work hard. We liked what we saw in terms of right now we're measuring potential, okay? And we see a big guy with some real good raw ability that equals potential for us. I think your hockey IQ is pretty good. I think your feet are fine. I think that will get better as you get stronger. You handle the puck fine. There's some good raw tools there that we believe is going to give you a chance to play down the road. Good, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. Good. How'd you feel during the scrimmages? How long have you been off the ice?
I played last weekend.
Did you?
For a little spring hockey.
Okay.
So I felt good.
Good. So we're ecstatic. We're very pleased with what we saw, and you know what? Whatever happened in the draft.
Yeah.
We know that we had you rated, and I know when it got to the top of the third round, Rob looked at me and said, "You got to move up. You got to move up," and he said it'll be worth it. It's done in the draft.
Yeah.
Wherever you were rated, wherever you went, for whatever reason, doesn't matter, because we're very, very pleased. Mm-hmm. But we're going to build a real good young team here over the next couple of years. I think everybody we've be pretty impressed with what they saw the last couple of days in terms of the great young players we have. The facilities here. We're really excited about the direction of our hockey club. But Ryan, we're really pleased with what we saw. I love your stride. I love that your head's up all the time. I love your composure. You looked like you were 17 or 18 years old out there with the maturity that you played with. Okay?